Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode in our channel Brave Dog Training Online. I'm Anita, I'm your host. I'm a professional dog trainer specialized in fear and reactivity in rescue dogs. And today we're going to talk about counterconditioning and desensitization. What's that and how is it done? Alright, so first of all, why this is so important to me is because very often with rescue postings you see a dog crouched in a corner of a room or a kennel and he's doing this. And then you see a hand coming towards the dog and doing this. And the dog, of course, he cannot move away because he's trapped there. He cannot go any further away from that person. And sometimes the organizations just want to show that this dog, even though he's scared to death, he won't bite or he won't growl or something like that. And that's horrible enough. But sometimes even trainers do that because they are desensitizing the dog. And that's absolutely no training at all. It's not true. It's just very, very dangerous false information. Because desensitization is something where you present some kind of stimulus to the dog and you do not want that stimulus to mean anything to the dog. So you don't want a reaction, you don't want an emotion, you don't want anything. It's just totally irrelevant for your dog. Very often this is done when a new puppy comes into a home and he hasn't been around long enough to witness New Year's and parties and loud noises. And to make the puppy feel comfortable, even though there are loud noises outside, or 4th of July, for example, you can desensitize him. So you start playing the sounds of these events very, very, very quietly while the dog is doing something else. So he will notice the sound, but it will mean nothing to him. It's not scary because it's very quiet and it doesn't mean anything. That's desensitization. And of course, yes, it will get louder over time and stuff like that, but it's not like the dog is thrown into a room and there is deafening noises all around him. That's not desensitizing, that's flooding. So that's something totally different, something very dangerous and something that traumatizes dogs all the time. It's the same thing with the hand, with the fearful dog. No dog can learn that the hand is a good thing when he's in a panic mode. That's not possible. How could he connect those things? A nice thing will happen to me while I'm panicked? That's not that's not possible. So what you can do when you have a dog that is crouched under your bed or in a corner or something, first of all, give him some place where he can just go to and relax and nobody's bothering him. So a safe zone. And then you have to consult a vet behaviorist. So somebody who can prescribe meds if they are necessary. And very often with dogs that are just crouched under something and are too afraid to interact with anything, it's necessary to medicate them, just to put an end to the panic mode and just to get a foot in the door so you can start training. And as soon as you can start training, you can start a marker signal. For marker signal, your dog doesn't have to do anything. So he can stay crouched under the bed and you just walk by, say your marker, and let a treat fall to the ground. Your dog doesn't have to get out and eat it. You just let it fall down and walk away. A time will come for your dog when he feels safe enough to come out of his hiding space and eat the treat. Maybe at night, maybe when you're not home. But of course he smells it the whole time, and he will connect your marker signal with the treat falling down, even if he's not eating it right away. That's your foot in the door. That's your way to start training. So let's have a look at this marker signal. So this is a dog who is 15 years old at the time of the video. It's estimated 15 years old. And she has lived most of her life in different shelters, almost all the time in her crate, because she was too afraid to come out at all. And I'm just doing a little bit of marker training. She can come closer to me or not, I don't care. I just want to condition a marker signal. And you'll see she's a little curious and she is coming closer. So let's watch that.
Yep. 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 Yep.
All right. So of course I don't reach out to her. I don't move my hand towards her. I don't touch her at all. Even if she was coming close to me, and even if she were touching my hand, I would not reach out. I would not touch her. And what I can do, as soon as the dog has some kind of idea what the marker signal means, and it's normally very, very fast, I can start training a hand target. In the beginning, just a look target. So look at my hand and you get a treat. And with the treat, I'm always increasing distance. That way the dog can absolutely decide if he wants to get closer to the hand or not, and if he wants to come closer to me or not. And both is fine. Most dogs just come closer after a few repetitions because they're curious and there is food to get, so they're coming closer, even though they are not lured. Luring with a fearful dog towards something they're afraid of is also not very nice. So they can decide freely if they want to or not. And they will, at some point, touch your hand with something. Like with a fearful dog, I wouldn't wait for some particular body part. I would just take anything. Most dogs will use the nose, and that's fine. So that's a possibility. And we can have a look at that. Good. 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 All right. So of course this dog isn't afraid of me, it's my dog, so we are past that. We have already conquered the fear of me, and he's now fine touching my hand with his nose, of course. But it's a very easy task for a dog who's not afraid. It's a very hard task for a dog who's afraid. So you can do that, of course. And those are two alternatives, and those are things you can really do with your fearful dog. And desensitization is something that should always be at least looked at by a trainer who is specialized in something like that and who knows what he's doing. The second thing is counterconditioning. Counterconditioning is very similar, but now we have emotions. We have something that triggers an emotion in our dogs, a negative emotion, and we want to reprogram that to trigger a positive emotion. Very common is the look at that game. Maybe you've heard of it, and the look at that game does a really good job in teaching the dog that whenever he sees another dog, something good is happening to him. It doesn't have to be another dog, it can be anything, but let's just say another dog. So when you have a dog who reacts really badly to other dogs, like he's lunging and jumping and barking and growling and whatever, then you want your dog to do something different. And you want to change your dog's emotion from overwhelm and fear and anxiety to happiness and joy and fun. So your dog knows whenever we see another dog, something great is happening. And that's counterconditioning. You have something that triggered something bad, and you want to change that to trigger something good. Alright. And of course we have a video about that, so let's look at the video. Okay, so this is something very advanced, and we were playing the look at that game with people, and of course there was no reaction. Why not? Because we always have to pick a distance where the dog is still comfortable. And as soon as a reaction is triggered, it's over. So whenever you see your dog reacting badly to another dog, you know next time we need more distance. And both techniques, desensitization as well as counterconditioning, have to be used in an environment and at a distance where the dog is still comfortable. You cannot teach your dog not to be afraid while he's panicked. That's not possible. And of course, it's the same thing with reactivity. While he's reacting, he will not learn not to react. It's not possible. Alright. So, again, desensitization, we want something to be irrelevant for the dog, and counterconditioning, we want something negative to become something positive. So let me know if that was logical for you and you can do something with it. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. And if you liked the video, I hope so, then press the subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss anything. And if you have a dog who is reactive on a leash and you want to do something about it, then go to the link in the description. You will come to my course page and you can look at the course. Maybe this is something for you. If you're not sure, you can book a free discovery call and we talk about it, and we talk about how I can help you get rid of the problem and enjoy your life with your dog again. I wish you a lot of fun training. I wish you an amazing time with your dog. And don't forget to check out the new playlist where we talk about women power and how you can do something for yourself and, of course, enjoy walking your dog even more. Until next time, bye!